everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today I am going to, talk to you guys about all of the books I have bought or received from parents at work actually. And today we're going to talk about 10 different books. So a little bit bigger book haul than the previous months, and also the biggest it will be for a while. But yeah, let's get started. So the first book is definitely a beauty. But this is Yumi and the Nightmare Painter by Brandon Sanderson, illustrated by Alia Chen. And this is all I'm gonna show because it's beautiful on the inside, yes, but I do not want to spoil anything. So this is all I'm gonna show so far because I know a lot of people haven't gotten it yet, and I actually received this one today as of filming, and it's gorgeous. I have not read it, no, but I will very, very soon. And this is also the reason why I'm not giving an explanation to this book, because going in blind, people. And then we have a middle grade book, and this is Hedge Witch by Skye McKenna, and it says a little blurb on the bottom, witches aren't born, they're made. So like, I really don't know a lot about this one. So we meet the main character Cassie, and she has spent the last 7 years waiting for her mother to return, and she just wants to flee from this dreary boarding school that she's lived at, and she sets out to find her mother. But the world that is outside of the school is full of hidden magic, and children have been going missing. And she takes help of a talking cat and a flying broom, and she escapes to this sort of magical enchanted village of Hedgeley, and there she starts to practice her witchcraft along with other witch students, prodigies, what you want to call them. It sounds really nice actually, and it's so pretty underneath the dust jacket, and there's like a little book dragon in the back. Love it. And then we have Borrow My Heart by Casey West, and as you guys might know at this point, Casey West is one of my favorite contemporary authors because I own a shitload of her books, and this is actually really short. It's not even 300 pages, which definitely surprised me. It is 265 pages long, so I feel like I would be able to read this one really quickly, which is also the goal of reading it, I guess. But basically we meet our main character Ren, and she works with rescue dogs, and she's never rescued a boy before. So Ren is sort of used to being called a control freak. She likes rules, she likes order, and it helps her navigate her own life. But then one day this cute guy named Asher walks through the door of her neighborhood cafe shop, and the rule goes out the window. And he's cute and charming, and is being catfished by his online crush. And she's going to fake date Asher to save him from the embarrassment. So sounds pretty cute and really fun as well. Then we have another contemporary because it's summer. We have Imogen, obviously, by Becky Albertalli, who is another like autobiography author for me when it comes to contemporary. This is definitely a lot thicker because it's over 400 pages. Basically, we have our main character Imogen, and she is hopelessly heterosexual, but she's the world's greatest ally, and she ends up going to her friend's college, I think, and she's been friends with this girl named Gretchen since high school, and now she goes to visit her in college, and she's queer. We also have Lily, who is newly out and thriving, and Imogen is thrilled for Lily. She's as much as an ally as she can be for her, but it turns out that she drops for her new college friends the information of the fact that Imogen and Lily used to date back in the day, which is not true, and it kind of takes Imogen by surprise why she would say this, and it basically just takes for granted that she's not straight. So we'll see what happens, but I'm guessing a very cute romance. And then we have The Other Edie Trimmer by Jacqueline Wilson, and it says 2 girls, 1 name, and a twist in time. So we have our main character Edie. She's very fascinated by Victorian times, and she is desperate to be cast in the leading role of the school musical Oliver. And she's given this very real Victorian notebook, and she's determined to write the best story ever. And it's all about this girl who works in a workhouse, but when she starts writing in this notebook, something weird happens. She wakes up in Victorian London, and basically she is now living the life of the other Edith Trimmer. And this is illustrated by Rachel Dean, and it's really pretty. See that? But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And then we have the Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Survival Medieval England by Brandon Sanderson. This is illustrated by Steve Argyle. This is another secret project of his. I have read this one actually, so I feel good about that one at least. But basically we meet Johnny, and he wakes up in the middle of a bonfire basically because the ground is all burned around him. He finds these sort of burnt out pages from this medieval handbook for surviving medieval England. And he's trying to figure out where he is, how did he end up here, why can't he remember anything of his past, what it was his goal of getting here. And basically we just get to follow Johnny trying to get his memories back and some shit happening along the way. Now we have one very talked about book on BookTube, and this is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I'm going to read this one for a reading vlog hopefully very soon, but this is a hunker. I don't really know much about this book, and I don't want to know too much, but basically it's supposed to be a Dragon Academy. Our main character is not like interested in riding a dragon because she's not as physically competent as her peers, but her mother is a very well-known dragon rider, and she basically gets our main character Violet to, you know, attend the school. But dragons have a tendency to not bond with people who are not very physically strong, and they usually have a tendency to end up eating them instead basically. So we'll see how it goes for our main character. And then we have another Becky Albertalli, but this is Kate in Waiting, and it says break a leg, not your heart. So I think we have two best friends. They have been friends forever, and they find it very funny that they have very like they have the same taste in boys, and one is queer, but they both end up liking this boy, and it's always been like fun to them that they like the same type of guy. But when this guy that they both have a crush on, both Lily and Anderson, end up, you know, having some trouble in the friendship when they're both attracted to and have a crush on the same guy. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. And then we have the two books I got as a gift from parents at work. So we have this one, and it's called Titta Lilla by Matilda Ruta, and basically it's a picture book, different type of sounds and animals and, you know, stuff that happens as a small child. So this was really cute, so thank you for this one. I also got another one from a parent, and this is Himmel över Alaska by Kristin Hanna. The very funny thing is I had actually borrowed this, but in English, from the library a few weeks prior to getting this from the parent, and we kind of laughed over the fact that she managed to buy me the exact same book I already had, but had not yet read. So I ended up returning the library book, and now I'm going to read this one instead. And as you guys know, I love historical fiction, so... And I also really loved The Nightingale by Kristin Hanna, so I have high hopes for this book as well. Yeah, those were all of the books I have acquired during this month. And I'm really looking forward to reading all of them, even though I've read one of them already. Hopefully we'll see some of them in reading vlogs across the next few months or so. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys have a nice day or night, and I hope to see each other in the next one. Bye!